grow where backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payments to back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping the stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, buy like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bozzy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just on my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making a million of verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for I just aim it ready to Whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Brazil.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he's got, there he goes, left side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Panthers at 10-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. To throw on 2nd and 6. Corral. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down. And they'll run 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets. And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Corral. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in. Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll send Marshall in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare. And it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Corral. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They throw it out right complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Corral. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
These two teams all tied after one. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a
he's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 77 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Hubbard, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 27, Jackson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Williams. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Corral with it. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Swift.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Corral.
Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In motion left here, Marshall.
Corral with it on first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Corral sets up play action. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Marshall coming in motion right.
Corral sets up play action.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. and he is going to need to bomb this one. Gonzalez's kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On second down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Overall, I'd have to say that's just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On third down, Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Corral's throw pulled in by Marshall. It'll be a gain of 5, and now third down and 6 to go.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 64 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll try and sneak it, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Right back to Hubbard. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And some space here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hubbard, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Jackson. And that's caught by Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Corral going to look to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Carolina, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share